Hello everyone, I'm Jessicat, and today I'm going to be building a very fun farm that I'm super excited about, and we're going to start with some very simple steps, so let me walk you through what I need to do first. As you may have seen in my Uncut Ramblings videos, this all starts with digging a big old hole underneath my base. And this will be the space for the farm. There's plenty of it. And this hole took a while to dig out, but I'm glad I did it because I think it's going to look really cool once it's full of a cool farm. Next, it's time to finally get myself a good diamond axe. Now that I have a reliable supply of mending books, it's pretty easy to put mending on whatever I want, and so it's time to start gearing up with good diamond tools. And, of course, these good diamond tools must have clever names. Next, it is time to go tree chopping. I want spruce for this project and lots of it, so I'm actually going to need to be chopping down a whole lot of these trees. I've made some progress now. As you can see, the base layer of the farm has been built, and if I toss some items in here, you can see that every spot pretty much is covered and leads down to a water stream that leads to a hopper chain somewhere in that direction. And almost every single spot leads to this hopper chain. There are a couple of spots where items will get stuck, but the odds of them actually getting stuck are pretty low, and I don't mind a couple of losses here and there. And of course, I really want to open up the space, which is why I need a whole bunch of light blue dye, so that I can replace the central water column blocks with light blue glass panes, as I have done elsewhere in my base. Well, my friends, this thing is pretty much done. As you can see, we've got the water flowing here, and it's all going toward this point. Now, if I head down into the cave below, you'll see it's unchanged, but I think the area above kind of completes the lore of this place, or it will once we've put in the final blocks. The idea is that you kind of travel down the inside of a giant tree, and then here you're in amongst this little cavern that it's created with its roots, where you've got all this moisture and bits of greenery, and just this dirty sort of almost enchanted little area. I like it quite a lot. And then we head up here, get back into the top level. Up! Well, thank goodness slabs are nice and blast resistant, eh? Where did that thing come from? I mean, obviously outside. That's the one disadvantage of having a base that's nice and open to everything. You get all sorts of visitors wandering in. Okay, you'll see that down here there is a piece of string attached to a tripwire on the side. And so when I hop down into the cave, you probably heard all those pistons going off. Well, they are all triggered by that piece of string. You can see the redstone going around the side, although soon it will be covered up when I add in the final touch, which is to build up this tree. And eventually there will be more farms leading into this area, though I'm not sure what they will be. But we now have a complete pumpkin and sugarcane farm here, and it's going to produce fairly slowly. This is not designed to be a huge thing, but I am now farming all three of the ingredients I need for, you guessed it, pumpkin pie. That is what this farm is for. I know it seems frivolous and useless, but I quite like the idea of having pumpkin pie as a constant food source in this game. The third ingredient, of course, is out here, and I will probably move these chickens in there eventually. But we have a whole bunch of eggs right now, which is awesome. There are probably more accumulating in there as we speak. But yes, I can now tear down all this ugly sugarcane out here. We have a functioning sugarcane farm inside, and I will show you the place where all of the items are collected. You could probably hear the pistons going off behind me as I fell down. I think that's really cool. This is where everything comes in. You can see we've already got a little bit of both, which is awesome. So now it's time to just finish building up with the wood, and then we will be completely done with this. At least until we decide to add more. Well, my friends, this project is done and dusted. You can see I have in my inventory a few freshly crafted pumpkin pies, and I'm very happy about that. I think this place looks pretty great. You can't see much of it as you fall down, of course, but I think it looks pretty nice. Oh, and also I forgot to mention that I had to change this gate because the andesite walls did not open anymore. They connected to the iron bars, so it was now impossible to go through, so I had to change it to end rods, but I think it looks better actually, so that's nice. And here, of course, we are collecting ingredients. I've transferred down some eggs so that we have all the eggs we need to make pumpkin pie, but unfortunately it's coming in pretty slow. So maybe it'll generate better passively as I go in and out of the base and out of this underground area, but for now, it's not bringing in the resources I was really hoping for, which is fine. It's still a glorious project, and with all the water that is bringing the resources to that point, we can direct a lot of other farms into this too, and I think that's a project we can work on in future episodes. But for now, this has taken a lot of time. I need to get this video out to you all, and so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different style of video, and I will see you next week with another one. Bye!